Well, hello. This is Pastor Bill Wolf, and I'm here with Jim Scarantino. Jim, at the service this morning, you shared a testimony in that great song, Why Me, Lord? And just in case we didn't get fully video the testimony part, we want to just take a moment and have you share your testimony again, and then we'll upload it to YouTube. So do you mind doing that again?
Nope, take two.
You have a great story, life, what God's doing in your life. So would you share it again, please?
Sure. Thank you. I'd be blessed to. I want to thank my beautiful New Life Church family so very much for all the prayers and the love you've been sending my way. And it's been blown me away to find out that people were praying for me at other churches here and across the country. It's not the cancer that gets me choked up. It's thinking of the love for my Christian brothers and sisters coming my way. I was fortunate to get on this cancer early. It's aggressive, and we had scheduled the surgery for this Monday. They're going to get it out of me. And then I learned Thursday that schedule's been canceled indefinitely because of the need for hospital beds during this pandemic. And I'm going to talk about in a minute why that didn't set me back. It didn't make me bitter or resentful or angry or scared. But something that has happened concerns me. It's our brother Abe was taken to Virginia Mason this week with a serious, undiagnosed sort of neurological disorder. And they don't know what's wrong with him, but they need his bed too. So he was released, and he's flying home to be with his parents where they can care for him. So please, in your prayers, include our brother Abe. I could talk for an hour about what that beautiful man has done to help me. Like I said, when I got this news, I just wasn't devastated by it. In fact, during that day, I felt joyful and blessed. Go figure. But that's how amazing Jesus Christ is when he gets inside of us and when we reach out to him and put our arms around him as he puts his arms around us. And I was thinking on why, I felt that way. And it's because I realized that Jesus Christ has healed a cancer within me that no human hands could ever heal or cure. And he started working on me about 20 years ago. I'd spent most of my adult life with my face turned away from God. I was too smart for him. I was too intellectual, too educated. I had it all figured out, and I was such a fool, and I was getting very sick. And about that time, 20 years ago, when I was starting my walk, I was in this horrible conflict with this group of people. And it was bad. It was vicious. And they were after me, and I was after them. And I was plotting, and they were plotting, and it was going to escalate. And the anger, the fury, the rage was making me very sick. Anyway, as I used to do in those days, I was a trial lawyer. To blow off the pressure, I do crazy things, and I put on a backpack, and I headed off into a wilderness as large as our Olympic Peninsula here. Just a huge area. And I was going to go up over this high mountain pass, and all of a sudden this storm came upon me. Strange storm. It was snowing, and there was lightning. This terrific wind came up, and then it was raining and snowing and lightning, and I was in danger. So I turned around, and I fled down this unmarked path, barely a path, to get down to tree level where it was safer. And that night, in my soggy, miserable tent, I read the Bible, and I prayed for the one thing I felt I needed most in my life at that time, to go forward, and that was to see this man who was part of that group, to sit with him face to face, to just have a word with him, to diffuse this situation before it got worse and before it made me sicker. Next morning, before dawn, as I used to do, I got up and I started walking, just enjoying the day, and I think it was a quarter mile, half a mile. I was thinking about the distance, and it wasn't far from where I spent the night. And I'm walking, I'm crossing creek, and I'm walking along, and I hear Jim. And I turned to my left, and coming out of his tent at that moment in the pre-dawn darkness was this man I had prayed desperately to meet. I was 100 miles from my home. He was 350 miles from his, and he lived in another state, and we met in that split second in this wilderness. And the medicine Jesus gave me at that point made me hyperventilate. It really did. And it was that kind of strong medicine that it took for the great healer to start to make me better and to save me. And for that, I will always be grateful. So I thank you, Jesus, and thank you, Pastor Bill, for being able to share that little bit with my brothers and sisters.
Jim, that's incredible. Thank you for sharing. God bless.
God bless.